If you feel like you've tried everything to make Facebook ads work, you're posting reels, you're running lead ads, you're advertising a lead magnet, you're testing different ads, and none of it is working, then you need to watch to the end of this video because I'm sharing the proven 4-step Facebook sales funnel that has helped drive over $272 million in revenue for our small business clients. In case you don't know, I'm Brandy with Life Marketing, the digital marketing agency with a mission to help small businesses grow, and I'm not holding anything back today. The steps I'm sharing are the real steps that we use with our clients. So if you'd rather us handle all of your marketing needs for you so that you can focus on your business while we bring in the leads and sales for you, you can schedule a free strategy call with us. Link will be down below. For everybody else trying to do this on your own, let's get into this 4-step sales funnel. The 4-stage sales funnel that we see work for businesses across hundreds of different industries includes awareness, consideration, conversion, and advocacy. There's a reason why some small businesses see results like these from Facebook ads: 5,813 leads in just 30 days, over 32,000 in sales in just 30 days, or even $391,000 in sales in 30 days, and why some don't, even if they're spending just as much as those other businesses were. The reason why our clients are seeing results like that is because they're leveraging the 4-step sales funnel in the specific way that I'm about to show you. So with that, let's get started with the first stage, awareness. This is the stage where people are just finding out about your business. They haven't heard of you before until now. So it's crucial that you make the best first impression possible. Where a lot of business owners go wrong here is the first impression they give is buy this, but the customers don't know who you are yet. They have zero trust built in your brand at this point. You're giving conversion stage messaging to an awareness stage audience. Instead, here's what you do. You want to start building trust with a good first impression, and the best way to do that with buyers is to provide value that they actually want in a way that's easy to consume. So here's what you do. Make a list of your target market's goals and pain points as it relates to your product or service. Then start publishing free social media posts that help them achieve goals from that list and eliminate pain points from that list that they're dealing with. For example, let's say you're a health coach. You could start sharing tips on how people can hit their health goals, or you could start posting 5-minute workout routines, etc. The point is you want to post content that is all about your customers, not about you. That's what's going to help your audience build trust in your brand, which is crucial because statistically, trust is required in order for your audience to buy from you. If they don't trust your brand, recognize it, or see it and feel like it's helpful to them, they're not buying from you. So post reels, post Instagram stories, link blogs on your LinkedIn page, wherever your specific audience spends the most time. That's the social media platform you want to be posting value to. You can even put some advertising dollars behind some of these posts if you have the ad budget for it to help increase your awareness a little faster with the engagement campaign. Once you're building followers and views and laying that first foundation of trust, it's time to move to the consideration stage. The goal of the consideration stage is to build engagement, continue to build trust, weed out unqualified people, and get the qualified customers ready to purchase. So you'll continue to post the free valuable content you're posting, but you'll also want to develop what's called a lead magnet and use that to build an email list. Because it's great to have 1,000 followers, but if Instagram or TikTok or LinkedIn went away tomorrow, you still want to be able to have access to those 1,000 people, and an email list is the best way to do that. So a lead magnet is a piece of valuable content that you give your audience for free in exchange for their contact information. And because this content is gated, it needs to be a little bit more high in value or quality than what you post all the time on social media. If you're currently struggling with getting any leads at all, go back and check this step in your sales funnel. Make sure that you're offering something your audience really wants or needs with your lead magnet. Running with the health coach example, maybe your typical clientele comes to you because they struggle with back pain, so they need help maintaining a workout routine that doesn't hurt their back. You could create a free guide of 7 workouts to do a week that will help you tone up without straining your back. A good framework you can usually follow no matter what industry you're in is how to do goal without pain point in X amount of time. Once you've got that lead magnet created, you'll advertise it to targeted people in a sales campaign. And when I say targeted people, I mean these 2 types of audiences: cold audience and a warm audience. A cold audience is a group of people who have never heard of your brand before, and a warm audience, also known as a retargeting audience, is a group of people who have interacted with your brand in some way, whether that's website traffic, Reels views, Instagram engagement, etc. For the cold audience, there are 2 types of audiences in particular that we love to use for our clients: lookalike and broad. A lookalike audience is a group of new people who have never heard of your brand before that Facebook finds who look like your existing customers, making them the most profitable cold audience you can target because they have the same makeup and buying patterns as your existing clients and customers do. A broad audience is an audience targeted solely by demographics, interests, or behaviors that is still bigger in size. If you have more than 1,000 clients or customers, then we'd recommend you start with a lookalike audience. All you have to do is upload your customer list as a custom audience in Ads Manager, then choose that audience as the source audience to create a lookalike audience out of. Just make sure your source customer list has about 1,000 customers on it or more, and that you choose the top 1% when creating the lookalike audience. Both of those things will make sure Facebook has a big enough pool of people to analyze, and that the new audience it finds for you resembles your customer base as closely as possible. And I will say it's important that the source list be your actual customers and clients, not just your general email subscribers. Because what do you want more of? Email subscribers or paying clients? Paying clients, right? So then your source audience that the lookalike audience is mirroring needs to be your paying clients. Making a lookalike audience out of anything other than your customers will actually hurt your results. We do this for every client that has a sizable enough customer list available to take advantage of because it works. Now, if you don't have 1,000 customers yet to make a lookalike audience out of, don't worry, you can use our other favorite targeting option, a broad audience. For a broad audience, you'll choose from Facebook's detailed targeting options and select an audience based on demographics, behaviors, and interests, but you don't want to go super niche here. A lot of business owners make the mistake of creating a super small, narrowed down audience in the hopes of nailing down their exact target customer. But the reality is, algorithms are smart enough to read your ad copy, images, and URLs and find the audience that's most likely to convert based on those things. You're actually hindering the ad algorithm's ability to do that by giving super strict constraints in the targeting. So if you're using broad targeting, stick to narrowing only demographic details down, like gender, location, and age. These are targeting options that you can be 99% sure of. In the health coach example, if you exclusively work with men in your area, then you can target men within the zip codes you service. And those will be the only two targeting options you need to use. Unless you cater specifically to seniors, for example, then you could add in an age range as well. If you feel your audience is too broad, then we would recommend 1 to 3 interests max to help the algorithm sort faster, but remember that it's good at sorting on its own now. Ideally, for local campaigns, you're targeting an audience size of 25,000 people or more, and for national campaigns, you're targeting an audience size of millions of people. And remember, once you've gotten 1,000 or more customers, start using a lookalike audience. So those are your two cold audiences taken care of, and at this point, your warm audience is going to consist of all the social media engagement and website traffic you've gotten thus far. So the last thing you need to do before we move on to the conversion stage is weed out unqualified leads. Here's the most effective way to do that. After a lead has filled out your initial contact form to get your lead magnet, direct them to fill out a more in-depth survey or application. This is where you can have them answer all the specific questions related to your business. You don't want to put these on the initial contact form because you'll scare off a lot of leads that way. People at that point in the funnel just want their free lead magnet, and they'll likely click out without submitting if they see 20, 30, 50 questions that they have to answer. So you want to set your survey up in a way that directs people to one of 2 thank you pages once they're done, depending on their answers. The ones who you can tell are not qualified based on their answers should get sent to a regular thank you page with no other links on it. The ones who are qualified based on their answers should get sent to a thank you page that has your calendar linked on there. This keeps unqualified people from even getting access to your calendar and your time. So far we're attracting qualified targeted people from the jump, both with our targeting and with our organic content that we're putting out. Because if you're putting out content about how to help with back pain, people with 0 back pain are not likely to stick around to listen, which is a good thing because that's not your audience. So we're attracting the right people with our content. We're helping them build trust in your brand by giving them a lot of free, positive value that actually helps them with their problems. We're not just posting product features or listing out service perks. And then we're weeding out unqualified people based on their survey answers. Now it's time to close them, which brings us to the conversion stage. A lot of people think this is the last stage too, but it's not. So make sure you stick around for the fourth stage. The conversion stage is where you get your leads to book the call and you ask for the sale. The goal at this point is for them to feel so confident in your brand's ability to solve their needs that the next logical step for them in their brain is to buy what you're selling. So in the health coach example, if your lead magnet genuinely helped them work out while relieving back pain, that's extremely exciting for them. They're going to be like, okay, yes, I want more of whatever you have to offer. A full 3-month workout regimen for sale? You offer PT services to alleviate chronic back pain? Sold, sold, sold. Your sales calls should feel less like sales calls and more like when can we start calls. For this stage, you want to specifically retarget the people who filled out your survey in a qualified way and give them the call to action to either book a call if they haven't done that yet, or to sign on with you if they've already had the call or received their proposal from you, or whatever your processes look like. You can retarget people with social media ads, but you can also follow up with them via automated text and emails that push them along to the next step in your funnel. Just make sure the text and emails are personalized to what their specific next step would be. A lot of business owners make the mistake of doing mass retargeting and they send everybody the same message. But if you want this guy to sign a proposal and this guy to schedule a call, you don't want to send out the mass message of, hey, book the call, when the first guy already has. For the retargeting ads on social media, you want to preemptively tackle any objections they might have towards your product or service. Things like price or frustrations they've had with this type of service in the past, etc. Brainstorm a list of reasons as to why someone may not want to work with you and then dismantle those in your retargeting ads to your conversion stage audience. That way, by the time they get to the sales call with you, you're really doing minimal work here. A lot of your content, ads, and qualification processes should have done a lot of the legwork for you. Now, the fourth and final stage that most people forget about after you get the sale is the advocacy stage. The goal of this stage is twofold. Number one, to retain your clients for as long as possible. And number two, to get consistent referrals from your clients. Nothing rubs a client the wrong way faster than getting their red carpet treatment all the way until they give you their money and then they're just forgotten about. You need to stay in intimate contact with your clients, whether that's through direct account manager type relationships or an email campaign specifically geared towards them so that they still feel like they're getting exclusive value from being partnered with you. For example, maybe they get that value through an exclusive Facebook group where only paying clients are allowed into the group. And so the posts there are top tier in value. However you go about it, you want to continuously meet your clients' needs with consistent value and communication to retain them for as long as possible, because you've put in all this time, money, and work to get them. Keeping them should be the easy part, but a lot of people mess up here because they get so laser focused on the sale and nothing afterwards. But one of the quickest and easiest ways to start increasing your revenue is to increase the longevity of the clients you already have. So stay retention minded here. And then number two, we said, was to get consistent referrals from clients. This should happen pretty organically if you're doing step one of this stage correctly, because clients should be so happy with your work that they go tell all of their friends and family about you. But even then, you can also do a couple things on your end to encourage referrals. For example, we offer a discount to our clients for the lifetime of the clients they refer. So if you're having a specific lead flow problem, please leave it in the comments for me and I will be happy to help you out there in any way I can. But otherwise, you now have the 4 steps it takes to start seeing consistent quality leads from Facebook.